আজকে আমরা যেটা পড়বো সেটা হচ্ছে কাউন্টার রিফরমেশন মুভমেন্ট পড়বো অ্যান্ড রিফরমেশন মুভমেন্ট সম্বন্ধে পড়বো। রিফরমেশন অ্যান্ড কাউন্টার রিফরমেশন মুভমেন্ট। হোয়াট ইজ মেন বাই ফার্স্ট রিফরমেশন? রিফরমেশনের বাংলা করলে এক কথায় দাঁড়ায় হচ্ছে যে শুদ্ধিকরণ, পিউরিফিকেশন। ওকে, তো পিউরিফিকেশন স্পেশালি ইন দ্য ফিল্ড অফ ইউ ক্যান সে রিলিজিয়ন অ্যান্ড সোসাইটি। Purification in the field of religion as well as in the field of, you can say, society. Okay, so religious, so reformation is a one kind of movement that was started in different part of Europe for the purification of the existing religious customs, tradition and social customs and tradition, and that is togetherly known as, you can say, the Reformation movement. Okay, now why the Reformation movement started? What are the necessity? What are the causes? That we'll go one by one. First we'll see the causes. Dissatisfaction with the churches. See, in the medieval Europe, the churches used to play in very vital role in every aspect of life, and also in the political arena of Europe. Okay, let it be political, let it be economic, let it be social conditions, everything is directly or indirectly controlled by the, you can say, churches. In churches, the, you can say, the clergymen, that means the religious teachers, they used to live a very luxurious life, and they are never giving any kind of taxes to the government and all, and churches used to have enormous amount of wealth, and that wealth is directly misutilized by them. Okay, the clergymen, whose life must be exemplary enough, instead of that they are living a very, you can say, luxurious life which is not at all directly accepted by the people. People are resented their attitude and activities. Some of them also indulge in severe illegal activities, and churches also earn money in the name of, you can say, indulgence form. Indulgence form. What is indulgence form? Indulgence form is a type of form which is introduced by the Pope, that if any person is committed a sin, if he is going to confess that one before a clergyman, the clergyman will simply estimate the penalty for his sin, and if he pays that penalty, he will be relieved from committing the sin, and thus he can go to heaven. So this kind of irrational, unscientific attitude of the churches is very well resented by the common people. Moreover, there is a hierarchical division among the religious teachers. Suppose a religious teacher or clergyman of a big church and a religious teacher of a small church, there is a huge hell and heaven difference, because the big churches, they possess huge wealth, so the clergyman is to live a luxurious life, whereas the churches situated in or located in different village areas or remote areas, the life of the clergyman was deplorable. This kind of different attitude actually, this kind of different attitude and differences actually causes resentment not only among the common people, also among the clergymen, those who belongs to the poorer category. Okay, the clergymen, not only that, there are economic conditions also. They used to apart from this indulgence form, selling the indulgence form, they are also the clergymen used to collect a tax known as tithe, religious tax. Okay, and also and also they also encourage the beggary system. That means the people has to work for the promotion of the church and for the constructional work taken by the church at free of cost. So these are the activities, and obviously the number second, corruption within the church, যেটা আমি অলরেডি তোমাদের সঙ্গে আলোচনা করলাম, and number third, in the political sphere also, they used to intervene. So the rulers, they also resented the activity of the clergymen. Okay, and obviously some of the rulers, those they are in favor that the churches must be a property of the state, and the activity of the churches and activity of the clergymen must be governed by the state authority. But in fear of lack of confidence and as well as public opinion, they are not openly telling it, but they are also in favor the activity of the church should be controlled and the power and function of the clergymen should be limited only religious welfare and welfare of the human being only. Okay, so that's why we'll see. And another factor is that the Renaissance, that is the spread of humanism, and spirit of inquiry also leads to what? That is, people now are in liberal mood. There is a liberal atmosphere prevailing in different part of Europe. People are now asking question based on reason. Okay, so people are getting the answer. People are asking questions and expected answer in rational way and in reason, with reason and logic. Suppose the clergymen used to propagate that earth is, it is not earth is fixed, sun is revolving around earth. Okay, but these are not at all questioned by the common people. But once there is a spread of humanism, spirit of inquiry, that is development in the field of science, so Copernicus, Kepler and Galileo, they are directly started telling that no, it is not sun is fixed, earth is revolving around the sun. Okay, so they are now asking the authority of the churches that without any scientific inquiry or scientific logic, how you can say that this is fixed and that is revolving. So this type of activity of the common people ultimately leads to the movement against the activity of the churches and existing religious customs and law, that is termed as, you can say, Reformation movement. Okay, so this is this kind of activity, you can say, ultimately leads to what? That is the starting of Reformation movement. নেক্সট যেটা দেখবো তাহলে, what is the impact of Reformation movement? And Reformation movement in the 16th century, a German clergyman, Martin Luther, though he was a clergyman, but he was rational and having scientific approach. He himself made a 96 thesis and asked the authority of the churches over the life of the common people, and also its intervention in the field of everyday activities as well as in the field of superstition and all. So that Martin Luther, his 96 thesis stirred the atmosphere of the political arena of Europe, though he was survived by the German king, and thus a movement started against the activity of churches, and it spread like fire in different part of Europe. So, and it has got greater impact in the political and everyday life of Europe. We'll see what is the impact of Reformation movement. First, impact of Reformation movement. First we will see the rise of nation state. rise of powerful nation state. See, earlier the states of Europe are theocratic in nature, means these states used to be intervened, the state activity used to be intervened by the, you can say, churches and all. But after the Reformation movement, maximum churches, especially after the French Revolution, France is the first country which declared that the church is the property, all property of the churches, that is belong to state, and the clergyman is a paid employee of the government, nothing more than that. Okay, so and that this leads to, you can say, rise of powerful nation state. Now the kings become more powerful. They are not now dependent on the religious teachers or clergymen. Okay, they now dependent on whom? The bureaucrats and military officers, all, and military. Okay, so the nations become very much powerful, and indirectly the king become powerful. Okay, so and the number second, we will see that another impact, that is within churches, by seeing, observing the activity, as its reputation goes down, the churches also want some reformation, and the first, that is known as counter reformation. The several clergymen, they also realized that it is not at all good to intervene in the everyday life in the unscientific manner, and the churches must be logical and reason based, and they must support the cause of the common people, misery of the common people. They should not propagate or support the you can say rich people. Okay, so the counter reformation movement was started from the clergymen, and it is known as counter reformation movement. And several council, several organization has been made, and due to reformation movement, the especially, you can say, এই যে ভাগগুলো হয়ে যায়, স্পেশালি প্রোটেস্ট্যান্ট and Catholics are orthodox, rigid, whereas Protestant are actually religiously very much liberal. Okay, so খ্রিস্টানদের মধ্যে দুটো পার্টে ভাগ হয়ে যায়, এবং এই ক্যাথলিকরাই পরবর্তীকালে আবার কাউন্টার রিফরমেশন মুভমেন্ট শুরু করেন, এবং এদের টু মেক দেম টু সাম এক্সটেন্ট লিবারেল। ওকে, প্রোটেস্ট্যান্টদের সঙ্গে একই রকমভাবে না হলেও তারাও রিয়ালাইজ করেছিলেন যে আনটিল আনলেস দে আর লিবারেল ইন সাম টু সাম এক্সটেন্ট, দে আর গোয়িং টু লুজ দ্য পপুলারিটি ইমিডিয়েটলি। সো আচ্ছা, ফার্স্ট দেখবো একটাকে পাবো, দ্য কাউন্সিল অফ ট্রিয়েন্ট। এটা একটা অর্গানাইজেশন কাজ করেছে। নাম্বার সেকেন্ড কাজ করবে দ্য সোসাইটি অফ জেসাস। সোসাইটি অফ জেসাস established by Saint Ignatius Loyola. Saint Ignatius Loyola. Okay, and it was a Spanish, you can say, novel. And and the Society of Jesus got popularity within Spain, Portugal, France, India, okay, China, Africa and America. Number third যেটা দেখবো, Saint Francis Xavier. Saint Francis Xavier. Saint Francis Xavier. Saint Francis Xavier is one of the, you can say, a follower of Ignatius Loyola. He traveled from China to Japan, and ultimately he settled in India and worked till his death. Okay, so his mortal remain is kept in Bom Jesus in Goa. If you visit Goa, you can see the mortal remains of Saint Francis Xavier, which is kept just like him, just his body is mummified and kept within a, you can say, glass container. Okay, and this selfless helped restoring the and this selfless, you can say, activity of the different clergymen like Martin Luther, like the clergymen of Council of Trent, like the activity of Saint Ignatius Loyola and his Society of Jesus, largely restored the credibility and reputation of the Catholic churches. Okay, so by this we can conclude that Reformation movement was obviously spread light of logic. The kings became the enlightened despot. Okay, and they also started propagating scientific activity and knowledge. They have started establishing school, colleges and universities. At the same time, we'll see, to counteract or to restore and regain the activity of the Catholic churches, there is a counter reformation movement. Counter reformation movement. Okay, so these are the major aspect of, you can say, of our activity. Okay, so and due to counter reformation movement, we'll see the several activities has been done, several reformation laws are rectified, especially churches become more liberal, more accessible by the common people, so that it should be more acceptable by the common people. Okay, so the major outcome of Reformation movement in Europe, that is the liberal religious atmosphere. আজকে আমরা এই অবধি দেখলাম, আবার নেক্সট দিন দেখব। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ।